Always looks important when you shuffle papers, doesn't it? Always does. Hey everyone, good evening. Happy Thursday. Comes around quick. A few comments already. Hi Faye, hi Big Steve, Bernadette and Cliff, Maria, Mr. Norburn. Thanks all for joining. Good to see you all. And thanks everyone for taking their time to come on and do our quiz yet again. Appreciate it. I'll just say I'm wearing the merchandise. I'm drinking the drink, but this isn't sponsored by Guinness. But if anyone from Guinness is watching, please do get in touch. I don't want payment. Just your stock would be lovely. Gazman, all these comments coming in. Evening, everyone who's posting comments. Thanks very much. Loads of you to read out. You can, but thank you for coming on. Hi, Quizzle, no schnizzle. Can't hear me. Bernie and Cliff said they can't hear me. My microphone's on. I'm assuming everyone else can hear me. Otherwise, I'd have comments saying so. Bernie and Cliff, I don't know why. Try to turn your volume up. Maybe I'm not sure. But I think everyone else can hear me all right. All right, guys and girls. So let's tell you what rounds I've got tonight then. So as per, 6 rounds, TV trivia, history and food and drink. They are the first 3 rounds. Then we'll have our 5-minute break for Clap for Carers. And then we've got some general trivia, some science and nature, and some English folk. And the reason for that is because it's St. George's Day today. So let's celebrate our great nation. Excellent. So many of you have come on. Luke, happy 51st for yesterday, mate. Hope you celebrated by doing I don't know, a beer in each room or something, little house crawl. All right then, folks. So before I start tonight, now, as always, there's a link on there to donate for charity. I've been asking for PPE donations for the air ambulance service the last few weeks to those that can afford to do so. A little bit different this week. I've got 2 links on there for donations for charities. So before I start the quiz, let me explain those. The first one is I'm a fundraiser for the air ambulance service. Me and the rest of the fundraising team this weekend to try and raise money. We are doing a challenge. We're going to try and break 26 world records. My record to try and break is to try and blow a pea further than 58 centimeters with one breath. I'm an asthmatic. It's not going to go down very well. But anyway, a few of us trying to break some records. There is a link there. If you could click and donate for that, that would be great. As per, that's the usual air ambulance. There is another charity that I want to mention tonight before I start this quiz, and that is the Rugby Autism Network. This is a charity that I love to support. Now, I had a chat with the lovely lady who runs this earlier in the week. Since this lockdown kicked in, their donations have dried up. They've had nothing coming in. And I just think that it's hard enough for us in lockdown. Imagine being autistic or being in an autistic family and where you're so reliant on routine. If you can afford to put your hands in your pocket and donate, there is another link on the comments section, in the description section, for you to go on and just make a donation to the Rugby Autism Network. For both of those links, this time round, if you want to make a donation, you can actually leave your name so I can see who's donating, and if you want to leave the amount you're donating as well, because last time we couldn't monitor it. This time I can, so I can say a personal thank you to everyone who does. So there's 2 links: the Air Ambulance 2.6 challenge for this Sunday and the Rugby Autism Network, where there's no challenge. It's just, if you can afford to give them anything, please do. I'd appreciate it. All right, so seeing all your comments, excellent. Everyone can hear me, good stuff. Get your beers out. We're ready to rock and roll. Remember then, guys and girls, we have 2 points for every correct answer. Please do not write your answers in the comments box. I'll reiterate that for the second half because that's when all the bellends and the weirdos seem to come out. But please do not comment in that box. Good work, Clench, on the Guinness. Excellent. All right, so here we go, folks. Our first round tonight is a bit of TV trivia. Here we go with question number 1. Winona Ryder, David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown play central characters in which American sci-fi series which first broadcast in 2016? So that's Winona Ryder, David Harbour and Millie Bobby Brown play central characters in which American sci-fi series which first broadcast in 2016? Loads of nice comments on there today. Thank you very much. Nice to see you all. Mr. Grimmer, how are you? Shatner's checking in. Warren and Paul, I miss you guys. I haven't seen you guys I mean, I haven't seen anyone in a long time, but you guys in a really long time. All right, number 2. Nick Berry played PC Rowan in which ITV drama? Nick Berry played PC Rowan in which ITV drama? Number 3. Maisie Williams plays Arya Stark in which American fantasy show? Maisie Williams plays Arya Stark in which American fantasy show? Huge happy birthday to Darren, who's just left past Tuesday, and to Josie, who's 19 on Saturday. I hope you both had a good day or have a good day. A few birthdays this week. Speaking of birthdays, I think there's one on here last week. I can't remember. I want to say it was Dawn Sunderland, who kept telling me every 30 seconds it was her birthday. So if you're on Dawn, I hope you had a good birthday. Number 4. Which TV comedy duo lived in Oil Drum Lane? Which TV comedy duo lived in Oil Drum Lane? Stumpy, good evening. Linda, tell Alex I'm very disappointed in him, abandoning me to play zombie Call of Duty. To be fair, it's all right, isn't it? Number 5. Which TV sitcom was set in a paper merchant's in Slough? Which TV sitcom was set in a paper merchant's in Slough? Hello to newcomers Benjamin and Laura. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you'll be become regulars until we can go into pubs again, and then you'll be regulars in the pubs, whenever that is. Number 6, Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper are characters in which sitcom? Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper are characters in which sitcom? Happy birthday to Cliff for next Monday. So many birthdays this week. Number 7, the counter-terrorist unit in Los Angeles was the setting for early seasons of which Kiefer Sutherland-led TV program? The counter-terrorist unit in Los Angeles was the setting for which early seasons of which Kiefer Sutherland-led TV program? I'm going to binge watch that soon. It's brilliant. Number 8, in Father Ted, what was the name of the song that Ted and Dougal entered into the Song for Ireland contest? In Father Ted, what was the name of the song that Ted and Dougal entered in the Song for Ireland contest? Happy birthday to Nathan Sunday. What's going on this week? What happened 9 months ago this week? 9 months ago? That made no sense. Must be some point in time. Something to do with this week. Number 9, which TV series starred Geoffrey Palmer and Dame Judi Dench as a middle-aged couple? Which TV series starred Geoffrey Palmer and Dame Judi Dench as a middle-aged couple? If you're doing shout out, it was Ruth Jones' birthday yesterday. Happy birthday for yesterday, Ruth. Good evening, Champagne Girls. I wasn't going to do shout outs, but what the hell? I'm doing a lot of them now. At number 10, Ellen Pompeo plays Meredith Grey in which long-running American medical drama? Ellen Pompeo plays Meredith Grey in which long-running American medical drama? Karen, it would be August bank holiday. It would. Good point. So many of you came out from August bank holiday. Well, that's the first round done and dusted already. There's a nice selection in there, I think, covered most ages. So our second round tonight then. Can I repeat 8? Yes, in Father Ted. What was the name of the song that Ted and Dougal entered in the Song for Ireland contest? All right, so we're going to move on now to our next round, which is history. This is the round that most of you probably dread the most. Not all, most. All right, so everyone ready with their next piece of paper? Here we go. This is history, round 2, question 1. In which war were the battles of Bull Run and Gettysburg fought? In which war were the battles of Bull Run and Gettysburg fought? Shout out to David Corran, a huge Leeds United fan. David, Leeds United fan? Number 2, in which country did Ned Kelly become an outlaw? In which country did Ned Kelly become an outlaw? Number 3, what did the island of Elba in 1814 and the island of St. Helena in 1815 have in common? What did the island of Elba in 1814 and the island of St. Helena in 1815 have in common? Ellis didn't catch the starts. We'll catch up later when the stream is over. Happy days. You're not playing for points, so just hang around for a bit. Suggest the donation for each shout out. That's a good idea. I'll be getting a lot of donations in at this point. All right, number 4. In what year was Mount Everest first climbed? In what year was Mount Everest first climbed? Yeah, I've shouted you out for a birthday. If you can pop on and make a donation for a shout out, that's brilliant. Good shout, John. Number 5. What dam on the River Nile was completed in 1970? What dam on the River Nile was completed in 1970? Number 6. Dying in 1485, who was the last English king to die in battle? Dying in 1485, who was the last English king to die in battle? Number 7. Which English pop group won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1976? Which English pop group won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1976? Sorry, Claire, is history not your subject? Sorry. There's only one history round. Number 8. Which embassy did the SAS storm in 1980? Which embassy did the SAS storm in 1980? Work, thank you. Hang on. This time I know. Sorry, work, I'm muting you. Number 9, in which American city was the world's first skyscraper built in 1885? In which American city was the world's first skyscraper built in 1885? And number 10, which airline owned the jet that exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988? Which airline owned the jet that exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988? Okay, Clay, you'll be pleased that that is the history round over. All right, whilst you're pondering that last one with your team, I'm lining up round 3, which is food and drink. Tough questions tonight. I apologise, Bernie. Although I thought that TV round weren't too bad. So just a little, while you just finished off that last round, a little thank you. 6,100 views of last week's quiz, which is quite phenomenal. If just a portion of those, a fraction of those are on again tonight and can donate something to Rugby Autism Network or their ambulance, I'd be absolutely humbled. But great amount of people last week. Thank you for that. All right, we can go on to round 3 now then. Round 3, food and drink. Here we go with question 1. Which cocktail would you find in a toolbox? Which cocktail would you find in a toolbox? As in a box you put your tools in. Not tool, tool. T-O-O, not T-A-L. Number 2, how are the TV chefs Simon King and David Myers more commonly known? How are the TV chefs Simon King and David Myers more commonly known? Slightly harder one, maybe number 3. Which fish is smoked and cured and called finnan? F-I-N-N-A-N. Which fish is smoked and cured and called finnan? Keep an eye on the time and try and get it right up to 8 o'clock for our clap for carers. Number 4, from which country does the beer Red Stripe originate? From which country does the beer Red Stripe originate? Number 5, what does the abbreviation ABV stand for in alcoholic drinks? What does the abbreviation ABV stand for in alcoholic drinks? Number 6, what soft drink was advertised on TV with the slogan, "What's the worst that could happen"? What soft drink was advertised on TV with the slogan, "What's the worst that could happen"? Can you ask Richard Hindley to stop cheating, please? Richard, it's a virtual quiz, no prizes. What are you cheating for? Hang on. Richard, stop it. Oh, that was okay, Ben. Number 7, what berries give gin its flavour? What berries give gin its flavour? Number 8, name the only fruit that's named for its colour. Name the only fruit that's named for its colour. Number 9, what French word is used for the water ice often served between courses to refresh the palate? What French word is used for the water ice often served between courses to refresh the palate? And number 10, what is the smell given off by wine called? What is the smell given off by wine called? One of my favourite smells. Can I repeat number 4? Yes, I can. From which country does the beer Red Stripe originate? All right, guys and girls, that's your first 3 rounds done. I can't take too long to give you the answers because it's 8 minutes to 8, and I've got 3 rounds of answers to give you now. So ponder over that last bit, but I am going to go straight into giving the answers now to rounds 1, 2, and 3 then. So round 1 then was TV trivia. Remember, 20 points for grabs, 2 points per right answer. This was number 1. Winona Ryder, David Harbour, and Millie Bobby Brown play central characters in which American sci-fi series that first broadcast in 2016, Stranger Things? Number 2, Nick Berry played PC Rowan in which ITV drama? That's Heartbeat. Number 3, Maisie Williams plays Arya Stark in which American show? Game of Thrones. Number 4, which TV comedy duo lived in Oil Drum Lane? Steptoe and Son. Number 5, which TV sitcom was set in a paper merchant in Slough? That's The Office. 6, Leonard Hofstadter and Sheldon Cooper are characters in which sitcom? The Big Bang Theory. Number 7, the counter-terrorist unit in Los Angeles was a setting for early seasons of which Kiefer Sutherland-led TV program? 24. Number 8, in Father Ted, what was the name of the song that Ted and Dougal entered into the Song for Ireland contest? My Lovely Horse. Brilliant episode, that is. Number 9, which TV series starred Jeffrey Palmer and Dame Judi Dench as a middle-aged couple? As Time Goes By. And number 10, Ellen Pompeo plays Meredith Grey in which long-running American medical drama, Grey's Anatomy? So 20 points there up for grabs. Charlotte and Faye both missed the Webb Ellis. I can tell you, so do I very much. Want to be back there ASAP. All right, round 2 then was history. Feel free to pop your scores in on the comments box, but I need to get on with the answers to history then. So 16, that's a good start. 18, 14. All right, number 1 then. In which war were the battles of Bull Run and Gettysburg fought? The American Civil War. Number 2, in which country did Ned Kelly become an outlaw? Australia. 30 for Stumpy Stato out of 20. I reckon you're cheating, Mr. Ward. Number 3, what did the island of Elba in 1814 and the island of St. Helena in 1815 have in common? There where Napoleon was imprisoned. Number 4, in what year was Mount Everest first climbed? 1953. Put 52 or 54, give yourself 1 point. One either way is fine. Number 5, what dam on the River Nile was completed in 1970? That's the Aswan Dam. Number 6, dying in 1485, who was the last English king to die in battle? Richard III. And they went and built a car park on top of him in Leicester. Number 7, which English pop group won the Eurovision Song Contest in 1976? Brotherhood of Man. Number 8, which embassy did the SAS storm in 1980? The Iranian embassy. Number 9, in which American city was the world's first skyscraper built in 1885? Chicago. And number 10, which airline owned the jet that exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland in 1988? Pan Am. Some good scores on that first round. We had a full mark, 20 points for Stumpy. was the high dam. Sorry, Maria. It was the high dam, but just, you know, the Aswan Dam or the Aswan High Dam is fine. All right, so round 3 then was food and drink. Again, some cracking scores. We had two 20s on the bounce there. Excellent. All right, here we go then. Food and drink. Number 1, which cocktail would you find in a toolbox? A screwdriver. Number 2, how are the TV chefs Simon King and David Myers more commonly known? The Hairy Bikers. They're brilliant, aren't they? Number 3, which fish is smoked and cured and called finnan? Haddock. Number 4, from which country does the beer Red Stripe originate? That's Jamaica. Really fancy some of that this week for some reason. I don't know why. Number 5, what does the abbreviation ABV stand for in alcoholic drinks? Alcohol by volume. Number 6, what soft drink is advertised with the slogan, what's the worst that could happen? Dr. Pepper. You sing that in your head now. It's catchy. 7, what berries give gin its flavour? That's juniper berries. Number 8, name the only fruit named for its colour. Orange. Linda, 4 on history. You know what? You didn't have to say anything. We didn't need to know that. Fair play to you for letting us know. Number 9, what French word is used for the water ice often served between courses to refresh the palate? A sorbet. And number 10, what is the smell given off by wine called the bouquet? The bouquet. All right, so there you go. 60 points up for grabs then across those 3 rounds. Tally up your scores so far, see what you got out of 60. Let's see how you're getting on. I think if you're on about the 45, 50 mark, you are doing incredibly well. On that, 18 on that bad boy, says Mr. Emily. Good work. All right, so tally up your scores, see how you've done. Hopefully I'll see a few comments when I get back. The reason I say that is because now's the time we're going to pop outside and do our clap for carers. Splendid human. You guys are doing really well, choose really well. So we're going to go outside, do the clap for carers. I'm going to be back here at 5 minutes past 8 on the dot, where we'll do the second half of our quiz. That's usually when I bat off the weirdos that come out as well. So 5 past 8, I'll be back. Please do go outside though, show your appreciation. And when you get back, if you get time before we kick on with the second half, there are 2 charities there I'm really, really begging you to support. If you can, please do click on and support one or the other or both. I'll be back, folks, in exactly 6 minutes time. Please hang on for me and go out and clap. See you soon. I'm not being rude, just reading the scores. 46, a few teams on 46 at the halfway point, at 55. That's an excellent score, 55. Good, so good scores there, guys and girls, well done. Okay, so after the clap, can you say hi to all the cool cats and kittens? Hi, cool cats and kittens. Shiraz, Julie, you're doing well. Loads of folks out tonight, says Bernie. You know what? Your little note to the neighbours, that's nice. That's nice that you've done that. You see, a few people saying a lot of people out, gets louder every week. I found it a bit quiet again tonight, other than a few fireworks and a couple of pots and pans. It's getting a bit quieter around this end. But hopefully that'll pick up a little bit, because that first week, it was mental. Right, so thank you so much to everyone who went out there and did that. It's always emotional to hear that, so thanks very much. We're back and we're going to get cracking now with the next round. We have people dancing to Reach by S Club 7, that's a shame. Okay, so we're going to get cracking with general trivia, which is our next round. So the next 3 rounds are general trivia, science and nature, and English folk. All right, so Super Lara outside of mine says, Izzy, that's good, excellent. All right, so general trivia then, here we go. I'm hoping everyone's back. Let's rock and roll. Number 1, which star sign is represented by a crab? Which star sign is represented by a crab? GT, Mr. Gill. GT, not GK. I miss the pubs. I'm just throwing out that. I miss the pubs. I miss the banter I'm having with them. I'm getting with you now. I love it. Number 2, what nationality was Coco Chanel? What nationality was Coco Chanel? Number 3, what was Romeo's surname in Romeo and Juliet? What was Romeo's surname in Romeo and Juliet? Apologise if I don't pronounce this correctly here. Number 4, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah are both festivals in which religion? Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah are both festivals in which religion? Adam saying, don't diss S Club. Come on, Mr. Norburn. I have so much respect for you. Don't taint it. Missed 1 and 2. I had a feeling a few people might. At the end of the round, I'll do the first 2 questions again for those that were still outside clapping. All right. Number 5, a hematoma is the medical term for what? A hematoma is the medical term for what? Number 6, who played the role of Patrick Jane in the TV show The Mentalist? Who played the role of Patrick Jane in the TV show The Mentalist? Hopefully Gazman's back on here, because I've got another James Bond question for you now, Gaz. Number 7, what was the first film in the James Bond franchise? What was the first film in the James Bond franchise? Number 8, in which US state would you find the Grand Canyon? In which US state would you find the Grand Canyon? that too easy, Gaz? I'm sorry. Ezekiel Baker, hello. Ezekiel, I love your name. You're like a king in Walking Dead. Number 9. What is the Sunday before Easter known as in Christianity? What is the Sunday before Easter known as in Christianity? You can. I'm making a note of what you need me to repeat. I'll do them at the end. I'll do them quite quickly, but I will do them. And number 10. Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic? Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic? S Club 7, here's an argument. S Club 7 are definitely in the top million bands of all time, is what I'm being told here. Million's a stretch. That's a stretch. And Ezekiel loves my accent. Thank you very much. I don't think I have an accent. That's fine. Anyway. All right. So 1, 2, and what were the other two you wanted again? 4 and 6. Very quickly. 1, what star sign is represented by a crab? 2, what nationality was Coco Chanel? 4, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah are both festivals in which religion? And 6, who played the role of Patrick Jane in the TV show The Mentalist? Okay, so there you go. That's your general trivia round. Again, another 20 points, taking a total to potential 80 so far. So our next round is Science and Nature. It's another potential history round for 1 or 2 of you, in the sense that could be a tricky round. So I'll give you another few seconds to finish off that last round. In fact, you've got until I have a swig of this nectar, and then we'll do, if you're listening, Guinness, remember, I'm plugging you a little bit. Would be nice to get a few cans. Johnny says, what was 10? Who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic? All right then, guys and girls, round 5 tonight then is Science and Nature. Here we go then, this is number 1. What name is given to the study of birds? What name is given to the study of birds? Number 2, from which trees do we get conkers? From which trees do we get conkers? Everyone used to cheat by soaking them in vinegar and putting them in the oven. I bet you did. Number 3, what is chromatics, the science of? CHROMATICS. What is chromatics, the science of? Number 4, what is the horn of a rhinoceros made from? What is the horn from a rhinoceros made from? Of a rhinoceros, not from a rhinoceros. Number 5, for what process do plants need sunlight, CO2, and water? For what process do plants need sunlight, CO2, and water? Number 6. What name is given to the home of a badger? What name is given to the home of a badger? Number 7. Coal is made up mostly of which non-metallic element? Coal is made up mostly of which non-metallic element? Number 8. If a person is myopic, from what condition do they suffer? If a person is myopic, from what condition do they suffer? That's M-Y-O-P-I-C, myopic. Number 9, what is a young swan called? What is a young swan called? And number 10, what is an apiarist? A-P-I-A-R-I-S-T. What is an apiarist? It's important to know this. Okay, that's our 5th round done. It's a lot more pleasant in the comments boxes, in the comments and feed tonight. Thank you. Samuel Webster, can I subscribe? Of course you can. Click on the little subscribe button. Then you'll see the new rounds when I pop them up on Sunday and on Tuesday. By the way, I had so much nice feedback about my Harry Potter round on Tuesday, which for someone who doesn't like Harry Potter, I find a little bit bizarre, but obviously a lot of you do. So thanks very much. I'm thinking of doing a Game of Thrones one this coming Tuesday, just for me. Ezekiel says I'm like a teacher on a Friday. Well, why on a Friday? That's because I'm like dressed down or I don't know, a little more nice. I don't know. Anyway, we've got 1 round left to do. It is English folk. Reason for that is because it's St. George's Day today, and I like to do a little themed round when it's a particular day of the year. So English folk this evening. Our final round, so get your pen and paper for this. Oh, it's test day. Oh, I'm with you, Ezekiel. I'm with you. All right, so here we go. English folk then, our final round. This is number 1. What is the name of the director, animator, and writer responsible for creating Wallace and Gromit? What is the name of the director, animator, and writer responsible for creating Wallace and Gromit? That's a bit of Wallace and Gromit. Number 2, which singer-songwriter includes the singles Photograph, Shape of You, and The A-Team amongst his work, as well as a much derided cameo in the TV show Game of Thrones? So which singer-songwriter includes the singles Photograph, Shape of You, and The A-Team amongst his work, as well as a much derided cameo in the TV show Game of Thrones? Oh, a little message about which charity to donate to tonight. There should be a link for both charities on there. There's the Rugby Autism Network and there's the 2.6 challenge for the air ambulance. I don't mind which one you raise money for. I'd like to raise money for both. I'm probably edging slightly towards Cover Your Ears, Air Ambulance people, Rugby Autism Network, because I know they've had nothing since this lockdown kicked in. The links are there. I will also put them on my Facebook quiz page at the end of this. So if you're looking for a link, and you can't see it on here, it will be put on there on the comments, and I will, if I manage to do it while I'm gone doing this quiz, I'll also put it in the little little chat box as well. I'll do my best to do all of them, but if you could donate, that'd be great. All right, number 3. What is the surname of Vic Reeves' sidekick, Bob? What is the surname of Vic Reeves' sidekick, Bob? Right, I've just posted the link to the air ambulance. I'll do the Rugby Autism Network next. Number 4, what is Frank Whittle famous for inventing? What is Frank Whittle famous for inventing? There you go. Both links are in the comments box now. All right, number 5. With which sport is W.G. Grace associated? With which sport is W.G. Grace associated? Adam says you're the one that derided him. Yes, I was. Me and many others. Many others. But I was vocal about it. A little bit. Number 6, Alex Turner is lead singer with which English band who released their debut album in 2006? Alex Turner is lead singer with which English band who released their debut album in 2006? Number 7, which footballer holds the record as the England national team's highest goal scorer? And that's the men's team. Which footballer holds the record as the England national team's highest goal scorer? That's the men's team, not the women's team. Number 8, who is the main vocalist and songwriter of the band Radiohead? Who is the main vocalist and songwriter of the band Radiohead? I'm just being asked to repeat number 5, which was with which sport is W.G. Grace associated? Number 9, who preceded Theresa May as British Prime Minister? Who preceded Theresa May as British Prime Minister? Claire Randall, what was number 6? That was Alex Turner is lead singer with which English band? Alex Turner. And our final question of the night is this one, number 10. Which comedian and actor is famous for his creations Ali G, Borat, and Bruno? Which comedian and actor is famous for his creations Ali G, Borat, and Bruno? I love Borat. He's nice. All right, there you go. So that's your final round done. What was number 8? Who was the main vocalist and songwriter of the band Radiohead? You probably haven't heard them too much because they are very depressing. You turn them off pretty quick. All right, so answers in a second then to those 3 rounds. So get your pens at the ready. So here we go. 60 points up for grabs on these 3 rounds. This is number 1 then for general trivia. It was which star sign is represented by a crab Cancer? Number 2, what nationality was Coco Chanel? French. Number 3, what was Romeo's surname in Romeo and Juliet? Montague. Number 4, Yom Kippur and Rosh Hashanah are both festivals in which religion? Judaism. Number 5, a hematoma is the medical term for what? That's a bruise. Number 6, who played the role of Patrick Jane in the TV show The Mentalist? Simon Baker. Number 7, what was the first film in the James Bond franchise? Dr. No. Number 8, in which US state would you find the Grand Canyon? That's Arizona. Nine, what is the Sunday before Easter known as in Christianity? Palm Sunday. And number 10, who was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic? Amelia Earhart. All right, so that was that one done. I expect some decent scores. I reckon if you get about 16 points on that, that'll be a good score. That you'll get somewhere around that 14, 16, 18. All right, so round 5 then was science and nature. This was number 1. What name is given to the study of birds? Ornithology. Got some 18s, loads of 18s. Well done. Well done. A 20 there. Number 2, from which trees do we get conkers? That's a horse chestnut. Number 3, what is chromatics, the science of? Colours. Wasn't that bad, Johnny. Wasn't that bad. Number 4, what is the horn of a rhinoceros made from? That's hair, or keratin, if you're being posh. Number 5, for what process do plants need sunlight, CO2, and water? Photosynthesis. Number 6, what name is given to the home of a badger? That's a set. 7, coal is made up mostly of which non-metallic element? Carbon. Number 8, if a person is myopic, from what condition do they suffer? Short-sightedness. Number 9, what is a young swan called? That's a cygnet. And 10, what is an apiarist? It's a beekeeper. I reckon you'll do pretty well on that as well. So look forward to seeing your scores on that one. I'm going to give you the answers now to our final round. That was English folk then. So here we go then. This was, some 20s on that. This was number 1 then. What is the name of the director, animator and writer responsible for creating Wallace and Gromit? Nick Park. Number 2. Which singer-songwriter includes the singles Photograph, Shape of You, and The A-Team amongst his work, as well as a much-derided cameo in the TV show Game of Thrones? Ed Sheeran. Really not a fan of Ed Sheeran. Number 3. What is the surname of Vic Reeves' sidekick, Bob Mortimer? Number 4, what is Frank Whittle famous for inventing? That's the jet engine. Number 5, with which sport is W.G. Grace associated? Cricket. Number 6, Alex Turner is lead singer with which English band who released their debut album in 2006? The Arctic Monkeys. Maria, Ed Sheeran ruined Game of Thrones. Agree completely, although to be fair, so did the writers in the last series. Number 7, which footballer holds the record as the England national team's highest goal scorer? For now anyway, it's Wayne Rooney. Number 8, who is the main vocalist and songwriter of the band Radiohead? Tom York. Number 9, who preceded Theresa May as British Prime Minister? David Cameron. And number 10, which comedian and actor is famous for his creations Ali G, Borat, and Bruno? Sacha Baron Cohen. Okay, so that's all. It's another week done. I've written next week's already. That's just here. Look, next week's quiz. Heads up for those of you that are on here now. You might as well get a heads up. Your 6 rounds next week are sport, movies, arts and literature, geography, music trivia, and general trivia. They're your rounds next week. So anyway, 120 points you've just played for. Be very interested to see your final scores on here. 114 for the famous 5 out of 120. He seriously only dropped 6 points all night. You guys are very intelligent, very intelligent. Can I just say a huge shout out, Waterside, Hollybush, Lawford Arms, Webb Ellis. We miss you guys. We cannot wait to get back into your pubs and do these in the pub. I'm seeing rumours today that it will be the end of the year before pubs open. I'm really hoping that isn't true because I miss everyone in those pubs. I miss all of you guys and I can't wait to see you all again. Some great scores, 115 there, 106, 98. Good scores, guys. Good scores. Excellent. Johnny saying good quiz. Thank you very much for that, Johnny. All right, guys and girls. So before I go, one final plea then. Please do, if you can find just a few pounds to donate to charity, please do. The 2 links I've posted in here, I'll post them on my Facebook page for the quiz. And I've also posted them on the description for this quiz tonight as well. And I can, whereas before I couldn't, now I can see if you put your name and your donation, I can see who's donated, and I'll put a personal thank you out to you guys once you've done it. So thanks very much for coming on. Paula, you're very welcome. Gaz, play up Sky Blues. Charlotte, you're welcome as well. Thank you so much to all of you for coming on. I'll stick a quiz on. You're all welcome, guys. Oh, I love your face too. No, I can't see you. I'll put a quiz on Sunday, just a 1-rounder. I'll put another one on Tuesday, and then I'll be back here live again next Thursday. You guys are all absolutely amazing. Your comments are fab. I love you all to bits, and I can't wait to see you all again really soon. Stay safe, everyone. Take care. Look after yourselves, and I look forward to seeing you all real soon. Please pop some donations onto those charity pages, and I'll let you know how I get on blowing a pea across the table on Sunday. All right, cheers, everyone. All the best. See you soon. Much love to you all. Thank you very much.